Good morning, friends. This is April 1st, and it's the beginning of a new financial year. So, all the best to all Indians because the new financial year is very important because we are going to do new things, new projects. And as India comes out from COVID, I think the effect of the pandemic is also going down, and we are now rejuvenated with fresh energy in terms of starting our business activity. So let's look at what are the things today. And as you know, in the morning brew, I like to read the news. When I'm reading it, I like to share it with you about my views also. Well, let's go to the news. I think, as usual, the biggest news is Russia Ukraine crisis. However, I think what is going on with regard to Russia Ukraine crisis is basically the realignment of the equations across the nations. And i'm uh, I'm not sure whether everybody who are watching my program knows that in past 5 days, five leaders of five nations, sovereign nations, have visited India. And yesterday in the morning, there was a UK Foreign Secretary. In the afternoon, if I remember correctly, and in the evening, the Russian uh, foreign minister has arrived because now a very important meeting is lined up between the Russian foreign minister and EAM, Mr. Shankar of India. And in the morning yesterday, the security advisor NSA was there in India, and China has already done the attendance, and so on and so forth. So, a lot of action happening, and it is important to understand that why such a thing is happening, especially today when from 1st of April, Putin has said that anyone who wants to buy the Russian gas, especially the enemy nations, and when he says enemy nations, he is actually referring to the NATO members like Germany, France, Hungary, etc. These European countries are heavily dependent on Russian gas, and Russia has said that from 1st of April, if they want to buy Russian gas, they have to pay in ruble. Well, on the face of it, most of the European countries have rejected this proposal, but they have been buying ruble quietly so that they can start buying the Russian gas in ruble, and that has actually strengthened the ruble in past 1 week since the announcement has been made. And today, when the foreign minister of Russia is in India, I think the thing that we must watch out is a rupee ruble swap deal. That is the most important, and that happens, then the rupee will be fully convertible against ruble. So this is what is happening. I mean, I think we cannot avoid talking about it because this is something which is a global phenomena, and people are trying to find new equations. There are new policies being worked out and new ways of doing business. So let's move on to the business news now. Well, Axis Bank is going to take over the Citibank credit card business. Now, this is a pretty big news because Citibank is the pioneer of the card business in India way back in 1996. They were the first one to heavily rely on technology. They brought in a lot of ATMs instead of opening branch, and they were the people who actually started the Master Visa card business in a very big way in India. Although at that point in time there was MX card, but then when Citibank brought the Master and Visa in way back in 90s, it changed the paradigm. It reduces the cost. It reduced the cost of using the card system. So I think now the Axis Bank, which is the government-owned bank, is going to take over the Citibank card business. I think Citibank announced that they may be exiting some of the entities from India, and I think this is the news which happened yesterday. I heard it on the TV also. Uh, So Citibank is one of the largest card subscriber, largest card provider, services provider in India. I think this is a big news. Another big news that I see on the money front is the India is increasing their domestic natural gas production. Because if you friends, if you know that India does not have too much petroleum, I mean the crude oil is not available in abundance, but there is the natural gas which is found a lot in India. I mean there are multiple areas within India where the natural gas is produced, but I think it is it is also being imported also from Russia and other countries. So India is now doubling their natural gas production, which is basically keeping in mind the surge which is happening globally. And I think the price of petroleum product will be going up. So to control pricing, I think this was a very important move by the government. So I'm just going to the next item on our list. Okay, so we have now attained a milestone, because India is one of the pioneering country who started using the UPI for micro payments. And I think this is very amazing. I think we must celebrate, because UPI transactions cross 1 trillion mark as of last week, as of the financial year ending 31st of March. The UPI payments have crossed 1 trillion mark, and it's commendable, because so many people are now using UPI for transferring payments. And with the introduction of e-rupee, which is a digital currency, I think the UPI with combination of e-rupee in the middle of 2022 will give a boost to digital transactions. So I think India is now leading the way, such a large country, and trying to adapt to the new ways. I think this is an amazing step and amazing achievement by India. All right, so I think these are the main items with regard to business, which are worth mentioning today in the morning brew. Friends, as you know that I'm live and you can interact with me. You can send in your comments and I will display them right away and also address your question. For today, I like to say goodbye, and I will catch you again in the morning brew section of Akulmach tomorrow. Bye bye. Have a nice day.